Many people ask me why so many agents fail at real estate and what they should be doing differently. Hi, I'm Kevin Shoemaker with Live Life on Offense. And for the last 26 years, I've been dedicated to growing my real estate business and sharing those business and marketing strategies with agents to help them succeed in their real estate career. Today, I want to unwrap the top reasons why new agents and even agents on teams are failing every single day. When I look back at the decades of working with new agents, veteran agents, team owners, and brokers who recruit new agents in masses, and there are always some top reasons why I saw these people missing the opportunity and not earning the money that they wanted to make and ultimately just getting out of the real estate business. So let's break it down and see what that looks like. The first thing is an agent has to decide, are you going to be dabbling in real estate or are you going to make it your true career? Now, being real for a moment, I'm not sure there are many people out there that just wake up one morning and say, I want to be a real estate agent when I get older and grow up. Or even for that matter, go into it straight out of college. The vast majority of people decide later in their career path, after trying a couple of different professions, 3 or 4 different things, that just didn't work. Or in some cases, this may be their only shot in making ends meet to pay the bills for a career. We all know that everyone's interested in having success, interested in doing what it takes, and interested in the easy deals. But the big difference is are you committed to having success, doing what it takes, and committed to taking every deal to the end? There's a big difference between being interested and being truly committed, and that's all up to your mindset. When you have the mindset to win and are committed to winning, you will fight through the mental blocks, the call reluctance, and let rejection just breeze right by you. When you're just interested, then you make the calls when it's convenient. You plan your schedule when it's convenient, and then you'll practice your scripts and your dialogues when it's convenient. The next challenge is strategy. It's common when I talk to agents about growing their business, and I ask them to tell me more about their marketplace. 9 out of 10 times, the agents don't know the data on their own marketplace. For an example, do you know what the current absorption rates are, average days on the market, or average sale price in your market? What's the list of sales price ratio in your marketplace? On a daily basis, you should be looking at your market's hot sheet. This is going to show you and break down all the new listings, the pendings, price reductions, and the solds. In order to be strategic in how you price a home, or for that matter, how you help a client negotiate, you need to know the data. If someone calls you up and wants to do a fix and flip in your market, and if you don't know the data, you can't strategically advise them on if it makes sense or not to do that. Same goes with a builder. When they ask you, what product is your market lacking? If I build X amount of homes for Y, will they even sell? A big reason why people fail is they go into real estate because they like people and they like looking at houses. Well, what they need to do is ask themselves, where can I add the most value? What is the current market trends? And what market really will I prosper in? But instead, they get their license, they expect people will start calling them. So one mistake that many people make, but don't realize until months or even years pass by, is who they surround themselves really matters. Many years ago, I was told my income will be in direct connection to the 5 closest people I spend most of my time with. And they were truly right on that one. Hit the nail on the head. And what I mean by that is if you're a new agent and you go to training classes with a bunch of new agents, you go to lunch with people that are in the office every day and they're not selling homes, what impact will that behavior have on your production? Several months back, I had an agent ask me, at what point did I have this mental shift in my mindset? And my response is when I quit playing in my own sandbox and I started thinking bigger and modeling agents that have what I want. What also that did for me is it really gave me hope that in succeeding at high levels is real. Whether it's like doing open houses, calling FSBOs, or growing your sphere of influence, the formula is the same. Find somebody who's doing well at it and consistently model them. The mistake most people make is they don't have a model. And they show up every day being reactive and doing whatever comes their way. Simply duplicate success. The next big mistake seems obvious, but apparently it's not because there's many agents that struggle with it. We are in the client attraction business. What's crazy is there are agents out there that believe that it's the obligation of their family and friends to buy homes from them. And if they show up in the office, people are just going to walk right in and they're going to want you to sell them a house. No questions asked, no resume needed. Well, I don't recommend that strategy. The most successful agents out there have figured out how to have consistent flow of inbound leads for themselves and their team. There are four pillars for lead generation. First is your sphere of influence. Get everyone you know into your database and communicate with them frequently and consistently, sharing your knowledge and current conditions of the marketplace. If done properly, this will be an oil well that will produce for a lifetime. Next, open houses. When I first started the business, 67% of my business came from open houses. Now, some of the marketing strategies have changed over the years, but fundamentally, they're just as effective. Now you could even do Facebook Live videos before, during, or even after to not only promote the home, but let your entire audience know you're in the game and you're working hard. The third is geographic farming. While this can be a longer-term strategy, it definitely works. Many people give up after the first 90 days or even 6 months. You need to commit 12 to 18 months. Find a neighborhood with a turnover rate of 6 to 8% annually and between 200 and 500 homes. Then immerse them with neighborhood data and facts and be the face of the neighborhood. There are many different marketing strategies you can use, either digitally, print, or even event-based like neighborhood garage sales and so forth. The fourth one, online marketing. The raw truth here is you're either going to pay somebody to drive your traffic or you're going to invest the time to learn how to do it yourself. Now, for most people, they want instant gratification and they're just going to write the check. Whether it's paying for some of those large platforms like Zillow, Realtor.com for buyer leads, or even dipping your toes into seller home evaluations. These methods do work, so if you're using the right scripts and the follow-up systems, you'll have success. Whichever one you pick, be consistent and commit to it. You can't run a successful and sustainable business if you don't have consistent lead flow, and that takes consistent marketing efforts. But it never fails. You see an agent who gets a couple of clients, starts showing homes, and then they go under contract. And then the agent gets all consumed in the process, quits marketing, quits following up with the leads. Then once the deals are closed, then they're back scrambling, wondering where their next deal is going to come from, and they start back over in the cycle. Another common mistake is managing your schedule. Everyone loves the freedom that real estate offers because they can work when they want to work and they can play when they want to play. Well, I'm not sure that there are many successful businesses out there that operate off that same model. I mean, can you imagine pulling up to Starbucks at 8:05 in the morning and the doors are locked and the lights are off? So it sounds ridiculously easy, but you must schedule your daily prospecting time blocks when you schedule your blocks when you're showing property, your rhythm meetings with your team and with your admin. And most importantly, dedicated time with your family in your schedule. When you run it like a business, you will have success. This also allows you to measure your success. If you run out of people to call, you need to crank up your marketing efforts. If you have nobody to show homes to, then you need to crank up your prospecting time. Once again, I go back to modeling success. Don't reinvent the wheel. Who in your marketplace or other marketplaces is having success with the revenue pillar that you're trying to grow, then duplicate it. But don't try being somebody you're not. What I mean by that is don't go knocking on doors looking for business if that terrifies you, if you can't imagine doing that. Maybe focusing on your sphere of influence in relationships or open houses is going to be a little bit more in your lane. But no matter what you do, you have to push the limits, push yourself out of your comfort zone to get to that next level. And now, for the most common mistake made by everybody, from rookie to veteran, it's chasing the shiny objects, and I'm just as guilty. I never understood how salespeople can get sold so easily and so many times on things that we never even use. I mean, you need to stick to the basics, then slowly grow from there. First thing, the most important is your database. This is your lifeline, and this is how you communicate to your prospects and to your sphere of influence. Make sure you can properly label your contacts, do email, texting campaigns, voicemail blasts, video messages, and transaction management out of your database. Then focus on the frequency of your touches to your people. What's your message and your call to action, and where are you sending them to? Is it a landing page? If so, can they do a home search, or can they see what their home is valued at? We can't forget all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all those things. My guess is that most agents out there don't even have these basic components in place for their business before they start buying all those new promotional pieces from the latest event that they attended. If you get these core foundational pieces in place, communicate properly and consistently to your database, making more prospecting calls, and market yourself consistently through social media platforms while offering valuable data, you will have consistent success. Then from that point forward, as you measure your success, you can make tweaks to your business and implement more growth strategies. That way you can bring on those new key hires as well. It's easy to get caught playing defense, but when you are intentional on the plays you call and the people you have on your team, you can live life on offense. I hope you're able to take a few nuggets away that'll help you grow your business. By the way, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. If you would also like to have free access to our marketing strategies to take your business to the next level, go to livelifeonoffense.com/resources or just simply click the link below.